Alright folks, today we're making this amazing looking dark beer pork roast with slight flavor of rosemary and thyme. So stay tuned. It's time to grill. So let's get this video started with a nice looking piece of pork meat, and we're gonna start with cutting the fat cap on top. Just slice it so the marinade can penetrate the meat. I like to cut this one crosswise. Of course, there are several ways to get meat marinade into meat and get it full of flavor. First one is scoring the fat cap. The second one is take a fork and poke a lot of holes into the other part of the meat. You might have tried that. There are several ways of tenderizing meat. It will also work great for smaller pieces of meat like chicken breasts and pork steaks. If you haven't tried that, you should give it a shot. And of course, as always, if you want to recreate this dish at home, make sure to check the video description. We have the whole list of ingredients and measurements in there. Then you will need a bowl for marinating purposes. Just add fresh herbs. I prefer rosemary and fresh thyme. You could also add some garlic and some bay leaves. People might see the idea of putting bay leaves into a cold marinade rather critical, but I'm fine with that. Now place the pork meat on top and add 2 bottles of Guinness dark beer. I prefer Guinness, but feel free to use your favorite dark beer. Of course, you could also use other beers such as IPA or Pilsner, Export Lager. There are many beers possible. They might all lead to a slight different result. If you want to have more a malty flavor, use darker beers. If you want to have more hoppy and bitter flavors, use lighter beers, Pilsner, Export, all these stuff. Especially the IPL will get a great bitter taste to your meat. I like that. After 12 hours of marinating, flip the roast and place it back in the fridge. The total marination time is 24 hours. After this time, take out the roast and place it on a paper towel and make sure to get it more or less completely dried. We are not seasoning now too much. We already have some great flavor. Just sprinkle over some salt on both sides. What I haven't showed you this time is how I fired up my grill. We are grilling on the Kamado Joe today, and we built the setup of 50% direct medium heat, which is in front of the picture right now, and the other part is indirect heat. So we have some medium, so we don't want to overdo this in the beginning. Just some slight brown and golden flavors and color, about 4 or 5 minutes per side. And then place it on the indirect part and let that sit there until it's more or less done. But we will put on a glaze after about 10 till 15 minutes, and the glaze consists of yellow mustard, about 2 spoons, 2 spoons of that dark beer marinade. Give it a mix, season with salt and pepper, and you're ready to put this on the pork roast. If you want to have a sweet flavor, you could also add a little bit of honey. The coolest thing now is that you really have enough space and room on top of the meat to get that marinade and stay there. Because due to the fact that we cut those tiny little squares in there, it will help a lot to keep the glaze on the meat. You can see this here. After an internal temperature of 60 degrees Celsius, which is approximately 118 degrees Fahrenheit or something around that, your pork roast is very good. Let it rest on the cutting board. You can still see how the juices are running out. This one is so juicy. I love it. It's so tender, and I really like the herb flavor and the dark beer flavor. This really turned out great. So don't forget to give this a shot. I would really appreciate your comment and your opinion about this recipe idea. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm out. See you.